My beloved child, even as the sun rises and sets upon the changing rhythm of your days, my faithfulness remains unshaken. I have been your refuge before your first breath, and I remain your resting place now. With every inhale, draw on a quiet assurance that you are seen and held. With every exhale, release the burdens that were never meant to dwell upon your shoulders. When doubt whispers that your prayers have vanished into silence, remember, I am the one who calls life from seeds buried deep in unseen soil. What looks barren is never beyond my reach. Beneath the surface, hidden roots are stretching toward living waters, nourished by my unseen hand. So it is with your hopes, your wounds, your waiting seasons. Do not worry if others cannot see the work I am doing in you. The holiest growth happens in secret chambers of the heart, away from human applause. The same light that paints your morning sky is the light that moves through your soul, scattering the cold shadows that once ruled your thoughts. My promise to renew you is not poetic, it is present. And if shame clings or regret clouds your sight, lift your face toward me, little one. My mercy does not measure your worth, it restores it. Let gratitude rise, not as duty, but as a gentle awakening of faith. In this moment, as you simply notice that I am here, quiet, constant, unafraid of your uncertainty, something inside you begins to breathe again. You often hold so tightly to what you fear to lose, your hands forget how to receive. But if you dare to open them, even slightly, you would feel the flow of my giving rush back in. Trust me with the ache you hide. Trust me with the questions that circle your nights. I am not distant from your storm. I am seated in its center, whispering calm into its waves. Rest, my child, for what I am shaping in you now will one day unfold in radiance, and every unseen root will bloom into testimony. If this word found a quiet corner of your heart, type 5555 and let heaven know you're ready to receive in full what has already begun. My beloved child, the ache you carry is not hidden from me. I have traced every tremor of your heart, and I do not turn away. Let the kindness I extend toward you become the kindness you show yourself, until self-judgment begins to dissolve like mist at dawn. You will not find a perfect map for the road ahead, only my promise that you do not walk it alone. The way may twist through valleys or open to sunlight, but my hand remains steady on your shoulder. When the climb feels steep, hear my whisper, take courage. I am not silent when all seems still. My attention does not waver. My presence fills even the quiet corners you think I have forgotten. When disappointment settles over you like heavy fog, remember this truth. Your story is not unraveled. Every detour, every delay is being rewritten into redemption. I see every tear before it falls, and each one becomes a seed of renewal in my care. Do not rush to fix what feels broken. Rest instead in my embrace. This pause is not wasted. It is the place where I rebuild you. In the stillness, I breathe peace into the hidden spaces that ache for reassurance. If your eyes wander to others, their progress, their open doors, come back to my timing. I am never late, never negligent. I withhold nothing from you out of indifference. I am preparing the ground beneath you, deepening your roots for fruit that will last. The wait is not punishment, it is protection. When old fears try to rise, when the past whispers that you are not enough, listen for my voice rising stronger than the noise. I call you chosen. I call you precious. You are not loved because you have achieved perfection. You are loved because you are mine. And in your frailty, I see not failure, but the very place where my tenderness meets you most closely. If your spirit felt this gentle pull of heaven today, type 9999, and let this be your quiet yes to the peace already unfolding within you. My beloved child, the ache you carry is not hidden from me. I have traced every tremor of your heart, and I do not turn away. Let the kindness I extend toward you become the kindness you show yourself, until self-judgment begins to dissolve like mist at dawn. You will not find a perfect map for the road ahead, only my promise that you do not walk it alone. The way may twist through valleys or open to sunlight, but my hand remains steady on your shoulder. When the climb feels steep, hear my whisper, Take courage. I am not silent when all seems still. My attention does not waver. My presence fills even the quiet corners you think I have forgotten. When disappointment settles over you like heavy fog, remember this truth. Your story has not unraveled. Every detour, every delay, is being rewritten into redemption. I see every tear before it falls, and each one becomes a seed of renewal in my care. Do not rush to fix what feels broken. Rest instead in my embrace. This pause is not wasted. It is the place where I rebuild you. In the stillness, I breathe peace into the hidden spaces that ache for reassurance. If your eyes wander to others, their progress, their open doors, come back to my timing. I am never late, never negligent. I withhold nothing from you out of indifference. I am preparing the ground beneath you, deepening your roots for fruit that will last. The wait is not punishment. It is protection. When old fears try to rise, when the past whispers that you are not enough, listen for my voice rising stronger than the noise. I call you chosen. I call you precious. You are not loved because you have achieved perfection. You are loved because you are mine. And in your frailty, I see not failure, but the very place where my tenderness meets you most closely. If your spirit felt this gentle pull of heaven today, type 9999, and let this be your quiet yes to the peace already unfolding within you. My beloved child, I speak identity into you, words that hum beneath your skin, and awaken what I placed within you long before the world named you. You are chosen. You are forgiven. You are sent. Say out loud, and let your own voice remind your soul of what I've already declared. Let doubt tremble as truth takes root. The accuser may replay your past, but I have already rewritten your future. The season you are entering is holy. It is where every false label begins to lose its grip. What once confined you is now being undone by my presence. Let the tension between what was and what is becoming pull you closer to me, not back into the comfort of smallness. Your destiny is not delicate. It's tempered in the fire of my faithfulness. Fear may disguise itself as wisdom, urging you to stay hidden or play it safe. But I am calling you out of that disguise into courage that is not reckless, but grounded in love that cannot be shaken. When anxiety rises and your chest tightens, place your hand over your heart. Feel the rhythm that keeps you alive. It is my reminder you are held. You are not at the mercy of circumstance. Each inhale is peace entering. Each exhale is control leaving. In that sacred rhythm, surrender becomes strength. As you release your need to predict or perform, you make room for revelation. In stillness, I can show you who I am, what you could not see while gripping the outcome so tightly. And yes, I know the quiet panic that lingers behind your brave smile, the thought that whispers, "What if I'm not enough?" But hear me clearly, child. Your sufficiency has never been measured by performance. I am your sufficiency. The work I began and you will not be left half-finished. I complete what I start. Even your cracks are altars where my glory breaks through. Think back. Those moments you felt most unqualified were the very places I turned into miracles. If these words stirred something alive within you, type 5555. Not as ritual, but as a declaration. I receive what heaven says about me. My beloved child, this is not an ending. This is the sacred unfolding of what I began long ago. I am expanding the borders of your heart, gently making room for what is greater. More love than you've known, more vision than you've dared to dream, more healing than you thought possible. The world does not need your flawless strength. It needs your surrendered heart. Take a deep breath. Feel my nearness now, closer than the words forming in your mind. You do not have to manufacture the next miracle. Your part is not always to do. Sometimes it is to receive. Behind the curtain of your ordinary days, doors are unlocking quietly, not through effort, but through your willingness to walk beside me in trust. Within this very week, a conversation, a glance, or a stranger's simple phrase will mirror your hidden prayer. In that instant, you will recognize my whisper, personal, precise, meant for you alone. This is how I lead you, not by thunder, but by the soft synchronization of moments that could only bear my signature. You are not late nor left behind. There are no wasted seasons of my design. Even the pages you wish could be rewritten are being refashioned into testimonies of restoration. I reclaim time itself for you. The waiting, the doors that once refused to open, all of it was preparation. Every pause carried purpose. You are being aligned for a release that will ripple beyond your story, touching hearts you have not yet met. Can you feel it? That subtle hum beneath your ribs, the quiet expectation rising like dawn, that is resurrection stirring within you. The old lies may still try to argue, whispering that change is an illusion, but those voices are remnants of pain, not prophecy. Let truth speak louder now. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are being reborn in the rhythm of divine timing. If this word stirred something deep in you, type 9999, not as a sign of wishful hope, but as a witness that you choose trust over fear and surrender over striving. My beloved child, I am the voice that does not waver, the promise that cannot lie. Look again at your life. You are still standing. Each scar upon your heart has become a design for compassion, a divine blueprint shaping how you love. Say this aloud with courage. I am not my past. I am reclaimed for purpose. As those words leave your lips, something ancient within you awakens. At first, it feels like a whisper, then strength begins to rise, quiet but undeniable. What you sense now is not imagination. It is my spirit breathing reality into being. Every promise I have spoken over you carries eternal weight. You are not just surviving a single chapter. You are part of a story that spans generations. Others have walked similar paths of surrender through mountain and valley, and now their courage intertwines with yours. You do not walk alone. You walk in divine company. You have lingered long enough at the threshold of fullness. Now, step through. I will never force your surrender, but I will meet every trembling yes with multiplied grace. Watch as the atmosphere around you shifts, relationships realign, vision clears, and doors begin to open where walls once stood. Understand this. Freedom is not a prize earned by striving. It is the fruit of trust. You are not achieving release. You are receiving it. The more you open your hands, the more heaven pours into them. There is still more ahead, more awakening, more of my heart to uncover. Do not retreat, for every step forward carries you from glory into greater glory. Feel it now, the threshold behind you, the open field of promise stretching wide before you. Even when a road feels uncertain, when routine closes in like walls, know this. I walk beside you through every hallway of your story. My whisper stills your racing thoughts. My presence fills the silence where fear once lived. Nothing you face surprises me, and nothing you feel is too small for my care. The comfort you have been chasing is not distant. It waits right here in your awareness of me. I am your stillness, your steady companion, your unfailing guide. You are never, ever alone. If this word settled peace inside you, type 5555, not as a ritual, but as your quiet declaration. I receive this stillness. I walk forward with trust. Breathe slowly, my beloved one. You are not wandering unprotected. You move continually within the shelter of my care. Even now, when resistance hums quietly around you and the air feels heavy with invisible weight, do not mistake it for my absence. It is an invitation, a sacred nudge to trust me more deeply than before. Lean into the truth that no burden you carry is yours to bear alone. I am the unseen strength that steadies your frame when weariness bends your spirit, when discouragement whispers that you've fallen behind. Remember how many mornings I have drawn you awake with new mercy, with breath renewed, with purpose still waiting to unfold. You do not need to earn my favor. I am not measuring you by performance or speed. Your worth is anchored in my love, not in what you achieve. My timing is never random delay. It is deliberate grace. In each quiet stretch of waiting, I shape you gently from within. Courage takes root where impatience once lived. Faith deepens where clarity is not yet visible. What you call delay, I call preparation. I slow you only to make you stronger, to let your roots reach depths unseen, so you can stand firm when the winds rise. So when you feel still, remember, stillness is not stagnation. It is me holding you in process. You ask, what if things never change? What if hope betrays me again? My dear one, I see the fragile hopes you barely dare to speak. I cradle them with tenderness. I do not dismiss your longing. I redeem it. Whether the world around you shifts or seems motionless, I'm still moving, quietly, constantly, faithfully. When doors stay closed, it is not rejection. It is redirection toward peace-filled places prepared for you. You will not miss what was meant for your soul. My love will always find you, even through unfamiliar paths. So breathe again, softly. You are not behind schedule. You're being ready for beauty unseen. Trust that I am still writing your story, and I am not finished yet. If your spirit felt this whisper within, type 1212 as your silent yes. I trust the timing of God's hands over my own haste.